Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Husqvarna press conference here at the EICMA 2016. I'm very happy to see that so many people could make it today to our press conference, and I'm also very happy to reveal these covers today for you, and also to see what we can do about the beautiful press conference. But before we make that, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Managing Director of Husqvarna Motorcycles on stage. Please, Oliver Gooding. Oliver, nice to have you.
Hello, Stephen. Hello, everybody. Warm welcome. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Oliver, let's talk a little bit about the company. Are you satisfied with the progression the Husqvarna motorcycle brand has made in the last couple of years?
Yes, indeed. Husqvarna Motorcycles closed 2015 as another record year. 21,500 units have been sold. This stands for an increase of 32% over the previous year. On top of that, a 41% increase in turnover has been realized.
That was definitely a significant leap of sales figures, Oliver. Are you expecting similar growth in 2016?
Well, we already ensured the third consecutive record year for Husqvarna Motorcycles, and the projection until the end of the year is to go through the 30,000 sold unit marks for the first time, which stands for another 40% growth.
That's a really pretty big step, Oliver. How will you achieve this?
Basically, the reason for this growth is the successful launch of our new 2017 model lineup. First of all, the new generation, all new Enduro competition bikes, the most premium offer in this market segment. Then, for the legends of Motocross of tomorrow, highly anticipated and all new, the mini-cross models TC65 and TC50. And last but not least, we have the new generation 701 Supermoto and 701 Enduro, equipped with a new Euro 4 homologated engine, producing 74 horses and 75 Newton-meter torque, propelling a 145 kilogram lightweight bike. Definitely the new benchmark for single cylinders in this segment.
Wow. It sounds like there is even a bigger secret of this success.
Well, ever since we relaunched the brand 3 years ago, our clear focus was to produce bikes that are incorporating the pioneering spirit Husqvarna Motorcycles is standing for 113 years by now. Having class-leading technology manufactured with only the finest components available, combined with an understated and clear design, we definitely attracted a lot of customers all around the globe to the brand, and thus enabling this remarkable growth.
That sounds like a very successful time for Husqvarna Motorcycles, Oliver. Thank you very much for joining us on stage. Have a nice time at the EICMA. Oliver, thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage the second Managing Director of Husqvarna Motorcycles, Mr. Reinhold Zenz.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Reinhold. I think, Reinhold, everybody would love to know what is your vision. Can you explain your main focus for the brand Husqvarna as we move forward?
As you've heard now with Oliver, we did a significant step up in the last 3 years for the brand Husqvarna Motorcycles. And our big aim is to keep that high progression in the next couple of years. So how are we going to achieve this? In a very clear focus on the pioneering spirit and the pioneering attitude of the brand. So we're not planning to copy anybody, or we're not planning to conquer with any, compete with any. So we are wanting to do our own thing, going our own way with very premium, high-quality motorcycles and a very functional, progressive, modern and stylish design.
Now that will be an exciting journey. Now we would like to continue to the first highlight of this press conference, and therefore, please put your eyes on the screen. Let's start at the beginning with Husqvarna Motorcycle Street Roots.
Back in 1930 Sweden, when we built motorcycles for riders like Ragnar Sundqvist, a visionary TT racer with a unique approach, who competed successfully on Volker Mannerstedt's groundbreaking engine design. From a thrilling start in competition, we progressed to lighter and more compact production street motorcycles, the 1950s Drawnbagen model, and then after it, the SVARTPILEN, were symbols of this pioneering approach, piloted by riders like Torsten Hallmann, who elevated the brand to new heights, as the Husqvarna Motorcycles legend spread into North America and beyond, and continued on a long and interesting international journey until the very first dreamy ideas and futuristic sketches for the VITPILEN were born. It was a pioneering design for a new generation of street motorcyclists. The concept hoped to return the simple, authentic pleasure of riding to the street. This encouraged us to go even further. With SVARTPILEN, we interpreted this modern concept as a more rugged urban explorer. An overwhelming response that fast progressed from futuristic ideas to practical and functional concept bikes for people who actually want to ride. And with it, it opened up a new gateway to street motorcycle culture, taking the original idea even closer to being realized. So now, as we look ahead in anticipation, the future lineup of this new breed of street motorcycles is even more to offer.
For today at the EICMA 2016, this vision becomes reality. Ladies and gentlemen, the serial production bikes of the new VITPILEN 401 and the new SVARTPILEN 401. Take your time to make some pictures. Reinhold, are you excited to get your first real street bikes to market?
We are totally happy, and I mean, if you see this, we are so happy to have them here on the booth. Ever since we saw the first sketches of that VITPILEN 401 and SVARTPILEN 401, everybody in the company was pushing this project forward to realize that new breed of street motorcycles. So the approach was always clear, to do something new, something pioneering, something different. And yeah, here they are, state-of-the-art motorcycles, a new gateway to motorcycle culture.
Okay, I think everybody, I can see is in their eyes, everybody is waiting to ask one more question, Reinhold. When are these bikes going to market? When exactly?
We're going to start production in late autumn 2017, so from 1 year from now, and then we're going to distribute them globally with all our dealers and importers.
We can't wait for that. Thank you very much, Reinhold, and have a nice time at the EICMA 2016. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, put your eyes back one more time on the screen and let's gain a deeper insight on the VITPILEN.
Husqvarna.
Where does beauty end? Or begin? What is style? And can it even be measured? Does innovation really need to be complex? In our chaotic modern culture, where everyone has an opinion, who decides what's hot and what's not? This guy? Her? Them? Or are you more than just another face? Things move really fast, and next week's pioneer was last week's madman. But is your success really defined by simply reaching a destination? When our world is already overloaded with too much of everything, silence can be the most profound act of all. We chose to forget everything we knew about contemporary street motorcycles and began with just the bare essentials. Then trimmed away every single little thing that wasn't needed. VITPILEN. Simple. Progressive.
I can't wait to see it at the dealers. Yeah, you can, of course. Always nice to clap. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move to another of today's highlights, which is standing over here. Another glimpse into the future vision that Husqvarna Motorcycles has for the street riding. I'm very excited to hear the insights from one of the design team members responsible for this spectacular new motorcycle breed. Please welcome on stage the creative lead transportation designer, Mr. Maxime Touvenin. Got some fans, Maxime. Got some fans over there.
Hi. First, I'd like to say that we really truly believe in our design approach for Husqvarna and the VITPILEN. And what you're about to see in a minute is one of the many ideas that we have around the VITPILEN.
All right. Now let's have a look what's that supposed to be, please.
Husqvarna.
Wind, the perceptible natural movement of air. A breeze, a gust, or a gale. With the power to shape, mold, build, or even destroy. But we've learned to embrace it, work with it and not against it. For it has more power than we could ever imagine. The power to set us free. Shaped by the wind itself, the Husqvarna VITPILEN 401 AERO, with the ability to ride the wind and the power to feel alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new concept bike from Husqvarna Motorcycles, the VITPILEN 401 AERO. Maxime, this is another forward-thinking interpretation of a modifying single-cylinder motorcycle, this time semi-faired. Does this show that this new basic can be adapted in multitude of ways?
Exactly. That is demonstrating the possible future of the VITPILEN. It's showing how versatile the VITPILEN is and how great of a base it is to explore several ways, several directions. It's always been fascinating and pioneering to add fairings and naked bikes, and that's what we did with the AERO. It combines form and functions. In one hand, you have this front fairing that seemed to be like sculpted by the wind, but in the other hand, we improved the cooling of the engine by guiding the airflow through the side fairings. So it's really a combination of these two elements.
Right. Maxime, the perception for the rider is completely new. What's your thought behind that?
The AERO has a unique visual impact by its stance and proportion, and then you walk to the bike, and then you get on the bike, and you get the fully immersive riding experience because you don't sit on the bike anymore. You sit inside the cockpit, inside the machine, and you really become one with it.
Okay. Truly a bike with a unique character. Thank you very much, Maxime.
Thank you.
Good luck with the AERO, and thank you very much for being here on stage. Thank you very much, Maxime. That next progressive step brings us to the end of this press conference. Thank you all for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. And as every end is a new beginning, we would like to invite you to stay with us here at the Husqvarna booth. You get your press kit at the information desk behind you. And stay with us. Have a nice time at the EICMA 2016. My name was Steven. Thank you very much for Husqvarna. Have a nice time. Thank you.